Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today is a tiring route, where the closing kilometers should suit the punchers. We're not amongst the favourites for the stage, but there are ways to surprise the favourites and pull off a good result by attacking from far out. Good race to you all!
Hello and welcome to all. Although the stage does not present any major difficulties, a bunched finish seems unlikely. The Col de la Sentinelle, 5 kilometres long and whose summit lies 11 kilometres from the finish, should eliminate the pure sprinters from the stage win. It remains to be seen whether the punchers' teams will take control and manage the gap behind the early breakaway. Often the case with finishes in gap.
It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us. The others are fed up because you're not making enough effort. Okay, I'll wait for him. This stage is fairly uneventful. If you think that nothing special is going to happen, you can advance the clock to the closing kilometers.
Time gap stabilized.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
The gap between the peloton and the escapees is stable. The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
You're over-revving. Reduce the tempo or you'll pay the price.
The gap between the peloton and the escapees. More than 100 kilometers in the saddle, and we're at the foot of the first difficulty, the Col de Mévouillon, an 8.4-kilometer climb with an average slope of 3.2%.
King of the mountain sprint.
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
You're not doing your share of the work, and so the others no longer.
Here's a quick reminder on the point system. The first 15 to pass the intermediate sprint score points towards the green jersey. The first scores 20 points. The breakaway is managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilized. And we're on to the Col de la Sentinelle, a 5.5 kilometre ascent to decide the stage winner.
Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
The head of the race will soon be over the top. He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out!
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings. He's just fallen. That may cost him some time in the overall standings.
He succeeded in avoiding all the pitfalls to win today. Here is the winner of the Pont du Gard Cup stage. He found a way to master his rivals in order to raise his arms in victory. Congratulations to him for this high-flying performance. He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honors. Here's the yellow jersey of this Tour de France. It is a moment that he soon won't forget and which marks his career. Come on, let's applaud him once more. We can say he tops this. He will climb onto...
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage. Finishing in the top 10, even though the stage didn't suit us, is very satisfying. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It's a day in the mountains. The finish isn't decided at the top of the climb, but the route is challenging, and it's an important day for the general classification. We don't have what it takes to play a prominent role. If we want to make a showing, we'll have to join the early breakaway. Good luck, guys! We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It's a day in the mountains. The finish isn't decided at the top of the climb, but the route is challenging, and it's an important day for the general classification. It's also...
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. The riders are going to face an out-of-the-ordinary and particularly fearsome mountain pass on the road to Tignes, the Col de l'Iseran. Crossed for only the 8th time by the Tour de France, the Iseran tops out at 2,764 metres, a height rarely reached by the riders. Very special conditions where the rarefaction of oxygen could trigger a physical breakdown that may prove fatal for the general classification.
The peloton is riding...
The first difficulty of the day is classified as second category. The riders will share 5, 3, 2 and 1 point towards the polka dot jersey.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end.
The next King of the Mountain summit is ranked as a third category. Only the first 2 riders over the top will score points towards the best climber classification.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The feed zone is in sight for the head of the race. Riders will be able to pick up some nourishment.
Yes, there's not a lot going on.
The Israel has marked the history of the Tour on several occasions. A notable event was when Louison Bobet abandoned just after the summit in 1959. An abandon that proved permanent, since he never returned to the Tour after that. Claudio Chiappucci's long, victorious ride to Sestriere in 1992 also comes to mind. Then there's the cancellation of the climb and the resulting shortening of the stage in...
The end of the stage is not far off.
The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Only 10 kilometers.
I don't know if it's a bluff, but the breakaway looks to be increasing the pace at the front of the race.
We're at the foot of the final ascent of the day, the climb to Tignes, the internationally renowned ski resort. It will be only the second.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome him warmly. Here is the winner of the Saint-Jean-de-Maurienne teen stage, He will climb onto the podium to receive his jersey and a kiss from the hostesses. Here's the yellow jersey of this Tour de France. He will be able to hang this jersey in his trophy room. Let's hope for him that he can add more. He tops the standings and will receive the trip. He's amongst the leading riders this year. We can say that everything is going well for him.
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is, you didn't prove me wrong. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It'll be a very demanding day for everyone. Several mountain passes and a summit finish await you. This is a key stage for the general classification. It's also important in the fight for the polka dot jersey. We can't expect to be on top at the end of the stage, but we must absolutely pick up points to make up our deficit. We don't have what it takes to play a prominent role. If we want to make a showing, we'll have to join the early breakaway. Good luck, guys!
Hello and welcome to all. With a final ascent of 33 kilometres, there's no doubt that there'll be plenty of riders dreading this stage. Furthermore, if we then throw in the Courmet de Roselend and the Côte de Longefroid, that makes for 60 kilometres of climbing out of a total of 130 kilometres that make up this stage. One minute for the breakaway. It's looking good. The first ascent of the day will soon begin, the Courmet de Roselend. Coming from Beaufort, 20.3 kilometres of climbing at an average slope of 6.1%. Serious stuff already.
Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall. There's not a lot going on. If this was a video game, I'd advance the clock. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment. You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents.
The riders are going to have to be wary on the descent that will take them to
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
Allez, on y va!
Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy to attack. If it continues like this, it's not a stage that will go down in history.
The front of the race begins the ascent of the Côte de Longefoy, 6.5 kilometers on an average slope of 7.2%.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the... You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up. The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
We're approaching the final climb. The average incline is not very high, 5.5%, but that means little because with the numerous ledges and even a few descents,
I don't know if it's a bluff, but the break...
the breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey. The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end. The riders up front have a 1-minute lead on the favourites group.
The time gap with the head of the race isn't...
The gap between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds.
This stage is his. He was the strongest. Here is the winner of the Albertville Val Thorens stage. Congratulations to him. He managed to maneuver perfectly to snatch this victory. He can savor this moment. He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honors. Here's the yellow jersey of this Tour de France. He will climb onto the podium to receive his jersey and a kiss from the hostesses. Here's the green jersey of this Tour de France. Alexander. He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honors. Here's the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France. It is a moment that he soon won't forget and which marks his career. Come on, let's applaud him once more. We can say that everything is going well for him at the moment. Here's the white jersey of this Tour de France.
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong.